Okay, so today we are going to be looking at a really cool collection that has been sold out for a really long time. And I didn't get it the first time around, and I also didn't get it the second time around. And I went back and forth, and I finally decided that I love it too much and I needed it. So this is the Starrily the Planets collection. And this is a set of 8 polishes that are themed after all of the planets of the solar system. And they're all magnetic. They're super cool. And some of these are just gorgeous. I'm super excited. They're all named after the different planets. And this is a collection they've had for a little while. I think they've actually done 2 different versions of said collection. There's like a galaxy version and another version that I could look up if we really want to talk about it. That maybe have like slightly different hollow pigments, but so they have a little bit of holographic in them. They're all magnetic and they're all different colors. Has been very popular, so we can look at it. So this is what the box that it comes in looks like. It's pretty cool. Get it. It's in there most of the way. Hopefully you can see it. It's very cute packaging, as always. They're really cute. So it comes in this box. It also comes with this very cute little sticker. But we can open her up. It says, nail polish inspired by our strange universe. I almost read it as inspired strange nail polish by our universe. But then we look inside and we have got 8 polishes. And there's also a top part that has all the planets on it again. That's really cute. And then they're all in the super cute Starrily packaging. That's always adorable. And additionally, it also came with a magnet that I already pulled out. It was very sneaky. It's like hidden in the base of the cardboard. And thankfully there was an insert that informed me not to throw it away by accident. Hi, Quinn. So it comes with a magnetic wand, a magic-netic wand, a magic wand. So it's a pretty standard magnetic wand, but it does have some very cute little like stars and stuff on the back, which we'll look at more closely in a minute. I think Wormier is our official exclamation point command person. Okay, so the cool thing, these are gorgeous. We're going to swatch all of them. I'm very excited. But one of the really cool things about this purse, the release that they just did that I bought from, is they also just released Pluto. Which of course it was green and I had to have it. So even though Pluto isn't a planet, they decided to release a special Pluto polish as well. That is also magnetic. So really, really cute. I just realized I didn't update the command for what brand this is. So give me 2 seconds. So as always, you can do exclamation point brand to find their website. Yeah, so anyway, it's a super cute set. We're going to look at all of these. We're going to do, I was thinking we'll probably just do some different colors on my nails and then maybe do some stamps or some pretty like space themed nail art on top, which would be really fun. But also, in addition to this, I made an order from Atomic Polish, and this is completely unrelated, but they have created a genius... hiccups. They've created a genius invention. Genius. Let me show you. Hi, Sidward. Hello. Welcome to the stream. And the genius invention is this. Also, my nails still look very pretty. They're really looking nice. Anyway, This thing. This is a stand. You set it down like this, and then you put your finger underneath of it, and it holds the magnet in place. So it's made of metal, and then there's a little magnet that's not, it's just stuck on, magnetized to the top. And you can use this to hold your magnet for your nail, so that you don't have to hold it with your finger. How genius. I had to have it. I had to buy one of these because I just thought it was the most genius $1 million idea ever. And you can also do it this way. You can put it however you want on your finger. It is amazing. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So what else is on this packaging? Oh, also in the back, there's this cool art of the solar system. So that's what's on this box. I'm going to take the polishes out of the box so we can look at them. This box will probably go behind me on my shelf so I can look at it because I like to do that. Pull these out. Whenever I get a box like this, I also usually will keep the little packaging, like these boxes, in the slots. Oh, I also just noticed even like the cardboard around the polishes has little like white stars all over it. Oh, it's so cute. Cute. I do think these are just their regular packaging, but the Pluto does have a special box. So that's cool. Why am I yawning so much? Y'all are too relaxing. I can't handle it. Okay. Yeah, it's I'm probably gonna put this inside of the other one because it totally matches. It's very cute. So I'm gonna open all these up just as a reminder. Your nails are art, not tools. So to open these, my favorite way to do this is to grab a cuticle pusher. So take, you don't want to dig your finger down into the little thing, into this little hole right here. You're gonna mess up your fingernails. What I like to do is I just stick a cuticle pusher in here, or just any tool I have that's this shape, and then I pull up and it opens perfectly, no rips, and you don't have to mess up your fingernails. Let me get these all open. I'm gonna take Pluto out as well. There's Pluto. But packaging is just on point. So professional. Nice. This one is, what is it? Neptune. Definitely the one I think I was the most excited about, honestly. I guess this is what we mean by unboxing, right? Is I have to take everything out of the box. This is the content that you all wanted. Me opening boxes. So as far as I know, and I guess we'll confirm this here as we go, all of these are a pretty small sized magnetic pigment polishes with a slight holographic, like linear holographic shimmer. And all, you know, they all seem to kind of go with each other. Oh, except for this one, which I think has bigger hollow. But there's something so fancy about when you get like big packaging like this that's so cool that I enjoy. It's kind of fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and swatch all of these. And then we will do some nail art. So let's look at all of these just in the bottle here. We've got a little crew of different colors. I probably will swatch these in a rainbow order because one, that's the most satisfying in my opinion, and also it makes it easiest to compare the similar colors. So here's the collection. Zoom in a little. So you can really see there. A nice range of colors. We've got a couple, let's see, we've got here, this is like a dark red. Then we've got a very orangey orange here. It actually looks pretty red on camera, interestingly. It is almost perfectly orange to me. Here's gold, goldish yellow. We've got, this is the green, this is Pluto, so this is the separate one. Then we've got 3 different blues in here. We have this lighter blue. This one is a darker blue that almost has a little bit of a multi-chrome in like into violet shift. This one, which is dark blue and has hollow glitter in it. And then this magenta purple over here, as well as a dark, like, I think it's actually brown, like copper brown color here, with bigger holographic glitters. So definitely quite a lineup. We will look at all of these. I'm going to swatch all of them with one coat, so we can see what they look like without the magnetizing, because you can wear these without a magnet and they're still gorgeous. And then we will do them all with magnet. Really quickly, I am gonna just do a super fast single coat of black on all of my swatch thingies here, because I think that these types of polishes just apply way better over black than they do over white. Pro tip for sure, if you kind of want to make your do less coats, basically make your magnetics go longer, to do it over black for most magnetics. That's not all magnetics, but a lot of them have dark bases in them, so I think nearly all of these, this will be better. The only one I'm not sure about is the gold, to be honest. So I'll did like 7 of those black, and we'll look at that. Yeah, they're so pretty. So then also, if I take my magnet and I put the magnet over these, we'll be able to see them with a little bit of what they can do. So this one, dip my hand in black. So a couple of these will have a black base and a couple of them won't. So to start, this darker red color is going to have less, it's going to be a red base with a red line of magnetic that goes through it. Then we've got this one here. Look at that. Some of these, I'm probably going to have to just like get the angle right, if that makes sense. But you really see that one there. Then this one I also believe has a yellowish base and then a gold line. Then we've got our green, our darker blue, and the hollow glitters that are in there are not part of the magnetic, so they just still kind of stay all over. There's our kind of silvery brown, our orangey red. This one's pretty because it's kind of like an icy blue over a darker blue base. And then lastly, our purple. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to see. I'm going to start. I think I'm going to go in rainbow order. Or should I go in planet order? How strong is this magnet in Teslas? You know? I would love for someone to tell me that. It's a neodymium magnet, I believe is what it's called. And they're very readily available online. So I bet someone could tell us. I have a few different magnets of different strengths. It would be interesting to know how they stack up, you know? Like, I've got this magnet that's a ring. You can put your finger through it. I've got this, I hate it when they get stuck together. Kind of a thicker magnet. This is like the classic one you see a lot. I have this thinner magnet. I don't understand why it's cut that way. And I have obviously the one that I just got in the packaging. Do it in planet order. Okay. How about I will swatch them in planet order, but I'm gonna put them in color, like in rainbow order. Well, I can no, I won't do that. Since I can rearrange the swatchy sticks, I'll just do them in planet order. Then we'll look at them again in rainbow order. That makes sense. You just Googled it, and this kind of magnet can make a magnetic field of up to 1.4 Teslas. I have no concept of that, the magnitude of that comparable to other things, but I'm going to say it's pretty strong. I know they're pretty strong because sometimes they're a real pain in the butt to separate. Do you think if you put on magnetic nail polish in an MRI, it would look cool? Because that sounds dope. I would love to see that. That'd be really cool. Having to remember my planets. My very energetic mother just served us 9 pizzas. Okay. Does anyone else have that for the planets? It's different now for the kids, right? Because you don't have the P. We always said, my very energetic mother just served us 9 pizzas. That was how you remembered the order of the planets. And you just had to remember that Mercury was before Mars. You scan humans in the hospital at 1.3 or 1.5 or 3 Tesla. Huh. So pretty strong magnets. Interesting. That's really cool. Who knew? That's really cool. Huh. Okay. We're gonna start with our little swatch sticks. Zoom back in. If you get the Vegas job, then it will be at the mine with the only neodymium magnet facility in the US. That's so cool. That's so cool. Whoa. So you're gonna be, well, I don't know if these are from the US, but you're going to potentially be creating magnets for nail art. That's how you should describe your job. I work on making magnets for nail art. That's my job. They just changed Neptune to be noodles and it ended there. Ah, interesting. It's an REE mine. Rare earth element mine. Is that what that stands for? That's cool. I saw that there was a headline. I was thinking about you. About they're opening a new facility. I think it's in North Carolina, but I don't 100% remember. But it's, I think, on the East Coast. And it's going to be like one of the biggest first places that they're doing, like, it's like electronics manufacturing. I can't remember what exactly it is that they manufacture, but there's not really anywhere in the US that they make that right now. And so it's going to really increase the amount of electronics manufacturing happening in the United States. I thought that was super interesting. But I imagine that's like very interrelated with rare earth element mining and stuff, because that's one of the big uses of those. Cool. Okay, back to nail polish. There's no sun also. Wouldn't it be funny if they gave you like a bottle of acetone or something, or like a big bottle of something that was yellow and it was the sun and it's like way bigger than all the bottles of nail polish? That would be really amusing to me. Okay. Oh, I don't know where these yawns are coming from. Okay, first up, we're gonna look at Mercury. I'm gonna give all of these a good shake before I use them, because magnetic pigments have a tendency to be a little on the heavy side. And I think that that can cause them to just, you know, not be perfectly distributed. Also, if you sit here and, you know, apply a magnet to it a bunch of times, obviously the pigment's not going to be as distributed through the bottle. So I always like to give magnetics a good shake before I use them. Okay. So this first polish is Mercury. And I'll show you it in the bottle magnetized in a second, but I just shook it and I don't want to do it again. So they described it on their website as a coppery brown, I think. Maybe. It's definitely not completely black. When I first looked at it, I was looking at it in the packaging, I thought it was. Okay. My hands are slippery today. It's not black. I think it's brown base. Can confirm. It's now all over my hands. It's definitely got kind of a brownish hue in it. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm gonna do probably one coat without the magnet. Or at least, wait a second. So there it is on one coat. You can definitely see compared to the black right next to it, right? It is certainly kind of a brown color. And then if I apply this magnet to it, you can now see it makes a nice little line. You would buy this collection if it wasn't sold out. It will probably come back soon. This is like the third or fourth time now they've released it, and it always sells out in a couple of days. But Starrily has some fantastic stuff. They're, you know, they don't always come out with stuff like super fast and super regularly, but Hi, Danny. You got it on the second release. You just got your Pluto. The Pluto being available is what really made me jump on it, because I love green. Okay, I'm gonna do one more coat so we can see it again before I magnetize it. Whenever I do this myself on my own fingers, sometimes I don't even magnetize the first coat because you don't really need to, but sometimes it's good. Oh, I did I did the magnet backwards by accident, so it made this really cool, like, missing in the middle, see it on the sides look. I didn't mean to do that, but we'll leave it because it's cool. Isn't that neat? It kind of looks like two different clusters to the side. This is a cool magnet. I got this at the convention. It's a little, I don't understand. It's the reason that I don't think they usually come like this. You can't tell which is the positive and negative side because it's square. So it's just kind of a gamble every time I use it. But I kind of like it because it's little. So it, like, especially if I'm wanting to use the, the lines are thinner basically. If you're wanting to use the one side that, let me show you so that makes sense. Like on this one, see how there's a flat side and a thin side? That's nice because you know that the flat side does one thing and the thin side does the other. This one, you don't have that because it's square. However, if you want to use the flat side, it creates a thicker line, I think, a little bit. It's subtle. It's a little silly. Also, it's fun because you can stick them together. Interestingly, so I use like a foldable table as my stream table right here. And there's a metal bar that runs around the edge of the table. And so really conveniently, I store my magnets by just sticking them to the edge of the table and they stay. It's very nice. I had a magnet stuck to my coffee table for like 6 months without knowing it one time. It was like on the inside of the leg. Anyway, this is Mercury. I'll show you now that I have used it. Oh my gosh. They're so stuck together. I've showed you. Let's look at it in the bottle. I turned it again. I should just mark it. You can kind of see that for comparison in the bottle. I really like these ones that have a sort of these bigger hollow glitters scattered throughout because they really look like stars and distant planets with all the different colors. So this is Mercury. Very cool. Pretty. Okay, next in the order of the planets, let's look at Venus. Hello. That makes me laugh every single time. How's it going, Keza? Okay, next we're looking at Venus. It even says shake whale on it. So Venus is the next planet, and this is a coppery orange. It's, by the way, it's showing up red on the stream. Don't know why. I mean, like, it looks, maybe it's the blue background. Weird. Like, and something next to it that's very orange. I don't know if that makes it look more or less orange. That just definitely makes it look red. Okay, it must be. You forgot about the auction? It closes tomorrow night. So you still have a full day to look at it. It closes Sunday night at midnight. And I'll probably stream. Maybe I need to look at my calendar. I don't know. It's Tuesday that I'm available, but first half of next week, and we'll look at everything and see how much money we raised. But anyway, okay, this is Venus. It is orange, I promise. Orangey copper. And then this one's a little different than the previous one. Because it does not have those big glitters in it. But it does have a pretty dark base. Maybe not completely black, but maybe it's completely black. I don't know. We'll find out. So now let me shake this again. You have to move soon. I don't know if I'll be able to spend much, but definitely take a look. Some of them are only on there for like $5 or something. So, there's definitely some good deals in there. So go check it out. You might find something cool. I think the most exciting things, in my opinion, are the exclusives from the conference. But go check them out. There's a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's swatch this out. Oh. swatch this out? What does that mean? I've never said that before. It looks so red. It's so interesting. Okay, so there it is on its first coat. And we are a little out of focus. There we go. It liked the background too much. Okay, now we can see that a little better. So there it is without magnetic. And remember, you can absolutely wear these. Hot Poppy, hi. What was the Mercury polish? It's so pretty. Yeah, right here. This one was Mercury, the first one. Here, I'll show you again. This is what Mercury looked like. It's kind of a brown, it's weird, silvery brown. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's definitely what it looks like in person. I think it's gorgeous. It's very pretty. Okay, I let that sit and dry for a long time, so it's probably not going to magnetic on the very well. Okay, you are not playing along. You have to be separated. So see how I let it dry? Now the magnet's not doing anything. So let's do a second coat so we can actually see what this is supposed to look like. Oops, a little too much. There we go. Look how cool that is. You also can get magnets that are different shapes. Isn't that pretty? Dang, I was at 9. I know, we've been going an hour. Crazy. Isn't that pretty? So just, you could do this with the previous polish, right? But just kind of a different example of different shapes. There's a lot of different things you can do with magnetics, like a lot of different shapes and stuff you can make. One thing about magnetics, specifically with regular nail polish, is they will sort of become less crisp as they dry. So even like with this line, we'll notice as this nail polish dries, it won't be quite so hard of a line unless you leave the magnet on it for like a couple minutes. Just to make sure that it completely dries and the magnetic pigment can't move. I like to use a magnetic top coat that I've gotten from, it should be right next to me. I want to say it's DRK, but I don't see it next to me. I'll have to look for that. I'm pretty sure it's a magnetic top coat from DRK, so I like to use that. Icy Splatoon, thank you so much for the subscription. The 2 months, awesome. Will this have that cool text-to-speech voice? All my settings got reset, and it's supposed to, and it didn't, and that's a little annoying. So let me see if I can see. Why was it disabled? So frustrating. It still didn't work. There we go. I hate technology. There we go. Thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate it. How are you doing? How's it going, by the way? Are you surviving? Not to give every single other person no detail whatsoever as to what I'm talking about, but... okay, so that was Mars. Nope, that was Venus. So we've looked at Mercury and Venus. Next up is Earth. Earth is this blue, slightly violet, magnetic, obviously, kind of shimmery, with big, huge hollow glitters in it. Just got past a bunch of the post-move SADs. That is always how it goes. So hopefully, have you found some fun places to eat or anything like that? Philly is fun? Oh, that's good. That makes me happy to hear. That is important. Do you start your job next week? Or like 2 days from now? Or is it the week after that? I can't remember. I don't know what day it is or how long it's been. Okay, so there's that polish. See the little tiny glitters in there without the magnet. Next Monday. Gotcha. Should you change your username to Dr. Icy Splatoon now? Okay, and then let's try it with the magnet. Yeah, see how different, like how much crisper this line is versus this line already? Because it just kind of does that. Look how pretty. I really like this one because of how dark the background is. Yeah. But I really like how dark the background is. So those little hollow glitters kind of shine through and they just sparkle like little stars in the prettiest way. I guess this one also does that pretty well, but I just think that's so pretty. So that is Earth. And you can also see, you know, as I shift this, like see with this one, how it sort of looks like the line moves in a way. I think that's so cool. It's just, I love magnetics about that, you know? Cool. You'd prefer to be called Supreme Chancellor Icy Splatoon? You'll have to shorten that. I think that's a little too long for me to say every time. Okay, so that was Earth. We've got Mercury, Venus, and Earth. And next up is the red planet of Mars. Have I ordered the Boo Bird Advent Calendar? I sure did. I got the Boo Bird Advent Calendar and I got the Lantern and Wren Advent Calendar. And I got at least 2 more Halloween Advent Calendars. Which ones did I get? Why can't I not remember? I want to look because I've been thinking about this. So I got the Boo Bird. I got Lantern and Wren. Got the Polish Nook box. I got the Zombie Claw box. And there's one other. I got another one and it's sitting downstairs and I can't remember what it is. So one more, one additional. It's weird I can't remember. You're trying to decide if you can spend the money on it, but you loved last year's. Bluebird Lacquer has done the best Halloween advent calendars. Or just advent calendars in general. Like, they're just so consistently fantastic that I really like them. I also really like, because you can get the full one, or you can get the one that doesn't have the body stuff in it, like doesn't have the soap and the, whatever she does, and it's just the polishes. She did that this year too. Did I order Cloris DeCarroll's? That's what I'm thinking it was that I got. It must be, because they had one, right? An advent calendar. I thought that's what it was, but I didn't want to say it in case I was wrong. Yeah, no, I did. That's the one I got. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's the Cloris DeCarroll one. So I got Cloris DeCarroll, Polish Nook, Zombie Claw, Boo Bird, and I already forgot. Cloris DeCarroll, Polish Nook, Boo Bird, Zombie Claw, Lantern, and Wren. So I got those 5. And one of those is a stamping box. So the Lantern and Wren one's going to be mostly stamping plates. But I just had so much fun doing those on stream. It is one of my favorite things to stream is advent calendar unboxings, and it's Halloween. It's gonna be spooky, so we're gonna do one a week, I think. Somehow. Hot Poppy, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the donation to that. Is so nice. Thank you so much. You said absolutely here. Where is it? Oh, absolutely here for the cause. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. The $25. Wait, we've hit $125, people. We're a third of the way there. That is pretty dang good. Plus, we have the sort of uncounted money from the auction, right? That because all the auction money is going to dump into this as well. So I think we're doing, I haven't counted, but I want to say we're probably at like $60 in the auction, and like of every single thing added together. So we're probably getting pretty close to $200. So that is pretty fantastic. I very much appreciate all of you so much for donating and helping out with that, because I think that this is just a really important cause. So thank you so much, Hot Poppy. I appreciate it. You're very awesome. Very awesome. Okay. Mars. Mars is the dark red one. Yeah. So Mars is like a darker red. Yeah. Oh, so great. Thank you. I missed some chats. You got the Polish Nook Advent, but that was before your life imploded. Now you have to find an apartment and move. Yeah. So definitely, I would say don't, I think there will always be more advent calendars in the future. So don't let the FOMO get you too much. Like if it's something that you really want and you think you can afford it, then like go for it. But if it's just kind of the FOMO and you're like, man, like I'm just worried I miss out, there will be many polishes that will be very similar, and you can come watch me open it, and then you'll get all the fun of the opening it and seeing all of what's inside. So don't feel, I think that there's something specifically within the indie nail polish community. There's a really big movement over the past couple of years to more and more like exclusive releases and stuff. And obviously sometimes there's, these are small makers. They don't have a lot of space. They can only make so much stuff. But I know a lot of people have talked about the fact that it can be really hard for people when you've got that pressure of feeling like, oh my gosh, this is the only time I'll ever be able to buy this thing. And if I don't buy it right now, then I'll never be able to have it, basically. And I think that can be really hard for some people. I know that definitely gets me. Like sometimes I'm like, if you're trying to consider something, that will be enough to tip you over the edge to getting it. And especially if, you don't have an infinite amount of money, which most of us do not, that can be really tricky. So, I feel you, and I hope that, if you have something you're really excited about, think about like how much joy you'll get out of opening it, and like would watching someone else open it like together, would that be just as fun. Like, what is it that you really want to get out of it? If you're like, man, I really want to get this because I know I love bluebirds so much that I'm going to use these polishes a lot, then it's probably worth it. But if you're like, I just really want to get it because it's fun to open advent calendars and I probably shouldn't, I don't think I can afford it, then maybe you need to think about it. But it's so tricky and it's such a personal decision. Like, nobody can tell you how to spend your money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't make enough money probably to like, you know, to like reasonably be like, yeah, I should spend all of this money on nail polish. But like, it brings me so much joy and I spend so much time on it that like, for me, it works. And it's not like I'm spending money taking it away from, you know, other things that are important. So anyway, it shortly said, it's very complicated and don't feel like you're, you know, don't feel like anyone thinks that it's bad if you don't get something or, you know, like there will be more on the other side. It's addicting. I mean, I think it is genuinely addicting. I think you can use that phrase. My hand is kind of sweaty and I can't open this bottle. Hold on. Do I have a... I don't know where... Usually I have a rubber band next to me to open these, and I don't have mine. Oh, I got it. I'm so strong. I'm very strong. I've started seeing a personal trainer recently because I need someone else to tell me to go to the gym in order for me to go to the gym, and it's been great. And so now I'm super strong and I can open nail polish lids. The blue I just used is so pretty. Isn't it unbelievable? This one and Neptune, which sneak peek, that's what it looks like, were the two that just like, they just hypnotized me. It was amazing. Yeah, it's like collecting. It's super addicting. I completely agree. Have I ever tried Mooncat polish? I sure have. So Mooncat is... Okay, I am curious. People have been having lots of debates online recently about the indie nail polish versus boutique nail polish conversation. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Holy cow. That is so pretty. I really like this one. But the conversation is, first of all, what makes something indie versus not indie? And like, you know, should we, you know, support or like one version over the other? I think the answer to the second one is clearly like no, and one of them is not better than the other. But Mooncat is one of those ones that like, I don't really quite understand if they're indie or not, because generally I consider indie to be at like a small hand poured nail polish brand that is owned by a very few number of people. And I do know that Mooncat is owned by like one person and run by one person, but as far as I know, they use a lab to formulate their polishes, I think. But I don't really know. So anyway, I don't know why I got into that. The point is, yes, I've tried them. I tried it before it was Mooncat. It was, what was it called? Spacing out. Hold on. I think I have. I found my magnetic top coat there. Live, love, polish. Yeah. Ooh, gosh, this is really separated. So they did a name change a couple years ago. I probably should have just asked you all instead of so I've been reorganizing my Helmer. Can't find anything anymore. So they used to be Live, Love, Polish, and I have a few of theirs. And I had some magnetics I really liked. They did some good stuff. And then they switched to be Mooncat. And as far as I know, I mean, they're good. Yeah, they make some good stuff. They're a little overpriced occasionally, but so is all nail polish. So I don't think that's unique to them. But I haven't ordered from them since the name change. So you bought 4 colors and the colors, blah, 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 blah. The cannot read. I bought 4 polishes and the colors are stunning, but the formula is lacking. Yeah, you know, this is why I think I was thinking that they were lab made. I just feel like lab made nail polish, and this is I'm not trying to make some big, statement or argument about one way or the other, but I feel like there just tends to be with lab made nail polish for some reason formula issues sometimes. Like Hollow Taco has a serious formula problem that turns off a lot of people. They're a lab made brand. I think they use the same lab as ILNP. They're just way too thick. So I don't know what the reason would be, but it doesn't shock me that the formula is lacking. But I know that they have some gorgeous shimmers that I've seen. Does it just not have opacity, or is it too thick or thin or something, or what do you not like about it? We need to live closer together so you can use all my nail polish. Dude, that'd be so much fun. You don't live that far away. You're only like 1 state over, right? We need a road trip. when you figured out, gotten to your kind of, settled down a little bit in your new place, we can do big polish road trip. That'd be fun. Gotta use materialism. If wage labor was used to make the polish, it's boutique. The labor of the creator and their team, it's indie. Yeah, I think it's a little tricky though, because the creator, right, of the boutique brands generally is the creator. And the creator's labor is designing the brand, and usually they're working with the team to like pick out the colors and figure out the formula. But then the team, they're the ones that actually do the exact formulation. And so I think that's why a lot of people kind of aren't sure, right? Because it's like, well, if one person owns and kind of controls the business, but they don't actually like exactly, for example, bottle their own bottles because they do it in a warehouse. Yeah, so. You also didn't order anything after the name change? I've heard that from a lot of people. I think, honestly, their new branding is just like kind of puts me off a little for some reason too. Like, that's just a personal preference. I don't know what it is, but there's something about the branding now that just like feels weird. I don't know. I like that description though about the if they pay people or not. The way, I think that makes a lot of sense. Do I have any recommendations for indie brands? Oh, the best question. Also, look how pretty that is. We're getting so distracted, but okay, this one is Mars. Look, it's like a very, very dark red base with the red magnetic, and then it's got these little red glitters in it. Oh, that's pretty. I really like this one. That's really pretty. It's amazing how well you can see the red over red too, Okay, good recommendations of indie brands. Also, if anyone else has recommendations, put them in the chat. Some of my favorites: Bluebird Lacquer, one of my all-time favorites. Calora's de Carol, one of my favorites. Fancy Gloss, KB Shimmer. Some more recent ones I've really found. Jen and Berries. I've met Jen a couple times. She's super nice. Really cool brand. I just ordered from Atomic Polish. They're great. DRK Nails. They have some really cool stuff. They're out of Brazil, I think. I've been recently getting into Zombie Claw is a really nice brand. Let me look. I'm definitely missing some big ones that I'm just not thinking of. You tried that when you first got into nail polish, then ordered a bunch when they were on sale to clear out stock. That's the way to do it, honestly. Who else? Bee's Knees Lacquer. They're going out of business in like 2 months, but they make some of the best polishes ever. Danny Viana is really good. Rogue Lacquer. This brand is called Starrily. They're great. All Mixed Up Lacquer. They're great. Moonshine Manny. I love them. Polish, but it's spelled P-A-H-L-I-S-H is very good. Anchor and Heart makes my favorite top and base coat. If you are new and you want to try indie brands, go look up Polish Pickup. It's a marketplace that opens up once a month. I think it's the first weekend of the month, so you're kind of out of sync with it. But it opens first weekend of every month. They have about 100 different brands that participate, and they all sell one nail polish that's to the theme. It's a great way to get into indies if that's something you want to do. So hopefully that's a good list. It has opacity issues and they're dry, weirdly chalky. Yeah, that sounds like my issue that I always seem to have with Holo Taco, honestly. If you don't have any nail polish thinner, try putting some nail polish thinner in it. And even if you don't necessarily think it's too thick, the thinner might help with its chalkiness. It's not going to help with the opacity, obviously, but maybe it'll just make it more pleasant. Yeah, definitely depending on where exactly you're at, it's closer to 2-ish states. Oh yeah, we're pretty close. Hey, we're on the same coast. I don't know. I grew up in Arkansas and that feels like a billion miles away compared to where you live. Cirque Colors is great. I personally consider Cirque to be a boutique brand. This was another one that came up in that conversation online the other day I was reading. Because I actually, apparently, don't quote me on this. Apparently they still hand bottle, or hand formulate or something. So some people consider them to be an indie. I think the fact that they have such a large brand and so many polishes that they sell and clearly have a huge team, that's kind of what makes me consider them to be boutique. But they're great. Go check them out. Cirque Colors is fantastic. Not to knock them. Again, this isn't me knocking them at all. I think they're fantastic. I just don't think they're like the small little brands. Polish Pickup is the best. We do a bingo game on stream for it every month. That's so... Wait, I think I have seen that pop up and I haven't watched it because I am a busy potato who doesn't always get to watch streams, but that sounds so fun. You ordered a bunch of Halloween polishes this month? I did too. The Halloween month is the one that gets me every time. Good recommendations. Okay, good. Hopefully that gets you started. You're a little disappointed with the Halloween selection. Definitely the past 2 years, I have bought a lot more than I did this year on Halloween. But I honestly think that's also because my collection has grown so much that it's less, the more you buy, the less unique ones there are that you could get because you just end up having dupes. So that's probably part of it. But I only think I bought like 7 polishes or something. The first year I bought like 25 polishes that I did the Halloween month. So we've gotten better. Oh, compared to Marine Mania, that was an amazing selection. I don't know what is... Oh, the theme Marine? Oh, yeah. There were a lot of really pretty blues. Death Valley Nails is a fun indie. I've only tried their Dust to Dust. I have seen them pop up. Like, I think Kelly Marissa, like the only time she's ever reviewed an indie brand, I think she did that brand one time. I haven't tried them, but I've definitely heard about them. You missed that one, but there were a bunch you wanted this month. Halloween, man. You drove to Missouri last summer and it was a crazy long drive. I've done the drive to Arkansas quite a few times and I have to do it in 2 days. I can't do it in one because I just can't drive that long. You had like 10 to 13. Yeah, Kelly's video is how you learned about them. It's so funny. I think I was the same. I heard about them in Kelly's video and then I just like never followed up on that lead. Okay, what are we doing? Where are we at? Okay, checking in. We've had 4 polishes so far. We've got Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, the 4 Sailor Scouts together. I guess they're not Jupiter. That wasn't quite right, but close. You know what I mean? So we've got these 4 polishes so far. So we're almost halfway. Okay, so next up, we have got Jupiter. So Jupiter is a gold yellow polish. And I think this is one of those ones that has a yellowy, not black underneath of the magnetic. So it's gonna like magnetic pigment is gonna be this color. And then I think it's also like gold underneath or something like that, but we'll find out. You did it on 2 days on the way back. It's just easier, I think. We usually stop in like Knoxville, Tennessee on the way home because that's about the halfway point for us. And then you do like 8 hours each day or something. Okay, there we are. With 1 coat. You did drive to Florida and back in the weekend this past December. Oh, I remember that. You left here Friday evening and drove home Monday morning. That is pretty hardcore. But I think that isn't there a pretty good highway that goes down to Florida? Or do I not know what I'm talking about? Okay, let's try this now with the magnet. I think that helps a lot. Like whenever I do the drive to Arkansas, it is literally I-40 all the way. You take the same highway for 90% of the drive. And so it makes it pretty easy. Okay, I think I waited a little too long. I'm going to do it dried up a little bit before so you can start to see it, but I'm going to do another coat. You came back from Nashville last weekend. Only 8 hours. Well, you're in the other direction. Nashville's fun though. Was it for a conference? Oh yeah, you were telling me you had a conference, I think, in Nashville. That's fun. Go to a freaking conference. I want to go to our nail polish conferences. I want to go to a science conference. A bunch of people that I know are going to an ultrasound conference this week. Or maybe it isn't yet, actually. It might be in a couple weeks. And it's in Venice. They all get to go to Venice. And you know where I'm not going? Venice. Because I am not going because I don't do ultrasound anymore. And I wish I was going because it sounds really fun. It was about 12 hours each way. And the highway was definitely pretty nice. That helps a lot. Oh, it's in October? Gotcha. Yeah, so maybe it's in like 2 weeks or something. Next science conference at your apartment. I like it. Medical imaging. You've been to Venice? Oh, I'd love to go. What a fun place to have a conference. Okay, there we go. Now look at that. I am curious with this one in particular, how this is going to look if I don't do it over black. So really quick, I'm going to do it again with one of these ones I didn't paint because you see how it kind of looks black at the base? Is that because it's over black or what? 10th through the 13th. I trust Google. Oh, but I don't want to go to Venice. I need to find a radiation oncology conference in Venice. And then have something interesting to say worth going to said conference about. Okay, yeah, so look, this one definitely has a much lighter, clearer base. So see how it looks over black versus over white? Kind of interesting. I mean, it looks cool over black. It really shines through, right? Doesn't matter what the base is, but you could definitely play with that. Like if you wanted to put it over like a different color, it's kind of cool. I'm wondering if the Venus is like that too. I don't know. But interesting experiment. So that was Jupiter, which I feel like should have been green because of Sailor Moon, but whatever. No one asked me. Okay. Next up is Saturn. So this one is a magenta purple base, and it actually is a little bit of a multi-chrome, which is always kind of hard to show on stream. That is a little bit gold. So at certain angles, I'll see if I can find one where you can see it. It looks gold. I am struggling, but I promise it does. Okay, see it at the bottom right there? It's very, very subtle, hard to see. You'll have to look really close, but you can see it there just a little bit. It's gold, I promise. Submit a research abstract for the EMB conference. We can hang out in Sydney. I don't even know what that is, but sure. What does the EMB stand for? As long as it's imaging or like image computation or image processing, I could probably sneak in. It'd be super fun. Okay, let's try this one out. Saturn. Should we have a nail polish conference in Australia? Fun. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, I think it'll be a little easier for you to see the gold here on this one. Me trying to get the lights to do that thing. It's so hard. Okay, I tried. Engineering and medicine and biology. That's cool. Gosh, I just gave myself a paper cut. Owie! Ow, 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 owie. Ow. Okay, let's try that. I definitely let it dry too long, so let's do a second coat. You can see where I didn't get it fully a second coat all the way to the edge. There we go. Look how pretty that is. Ooh. Shifting the lights all over. Sorry. I messed with them too much. So that is a very dark black base with the purple, and definitely there's that all of these, I should mention, have that linear hollow in them in the black. This one you can see it better, I think. Isn't that pretty? And even the stripe definitely has that multi-chrome effect to it. I don't think you can see it super well on camera, but it is there and it's very pretty. Okay, that is Saturn. Okay, next up is the funniest one, Uranus. So this one is a light color. It is a light blue, cyan blue, and then I believe that the magnetic pigment is going to look kind of silvery, and then we were going to have a blue base. Should I do this one over white or black? I do not know. Let's do it over black and see what happens, and then I'll change it. The funny way, Uranus. Ha ha ha, so funny. Okay, did anyone who watched my stream on Thursday go to the raid and watch Doug afterwards? Because I did, and he's very funny, and he was doing a stream where he was using artificial intelligence. Like it was basically a program that will generate a story based off of an input. And then I can't not open this. it generates a story off of an input, and they were being very funny because they basically, the goal was you're trying to like write a story like as a competition where both him and Chat, the two competitors, were coming up with sentences to add to the story that will make them colonize more of the universe. And the Chat decided that they decided to create a giant toilet on top of Uranus, and they thought that was really funny and succeeded in that endeavor. Okay, I'm gonna have to get, maybe I want it here. Oops, sorry. Trying to get a I use a rubber band when I cannot open my polish to open it. And I usually keep one in here. But anyway, it was a really good stream. You like Doug Doug? Doug Doug is genuinely, I think, the best, most creative streamer on this platform other than myself. I found it. It is in here. He does make a large quantity of fart jokes, though, so you have to not be annoyed by that, I guess. Okay, I got it. Whew. That was hard. If you don't know, the hack, if you can't get a bottle open, I mean, at some point it's just stuck, but like if it's just being tricky, you put a rubber band around the cap and it's much easier to grip and open it. Okay. Let's try this out. I'm gonna do it over the black. Ooh, look how good that is. Ooh, that's so pretty without even having the magnet. Oh my gosh. It's like so icy and metallic. Okay, and then let's try the magnet. Yeah, I definitely think the black is totally showing through, which is great if that's what you want. Like, looks super cool. But I'm gonna try it over the white as well. It's right next to it. So I guess a couple of these will be very black underneath. It's hard to tell. It's easier for me to tell in person, right? Than I think it will be for it is on camera. But some of these, yeah. See the difference? Some of these you can tell a little better. Isn't that crazy? That's the same polish over black and white. Thank you for the lurk, Wizard Lizard. Please lurk away. Kind of cool, right? You get a 2-in-1. 2 different styles. I think it looks much more silvery here. Actually, it looks more silvery here in contrast with the blue, but then this looks just more light blue over black. So that's kind of cool. And now I want to try all of the other ones over white. We'll come back to it. Okay. That was Uranus. Okay, next up, just so we eventually can get to nail art, is Neptune. So this one is a darker, this is more like a, what I would call a violet purple, magnetic. It has a little bit of a multi-chrome to it as well. Oops. I already am going to need some more swatch sticks. So really quickly, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna get a couple new ones. I got boba today. That was really cool. Emily and I went and had lunch, and then we got boba. And I had a rose oolong boba tea with soy milk. And it was very good. And I got the smaller size that they sell, and it was still ginormous. But the place that I went definitely had some of the best textured boba I've ever had. Like, it was really, really soft. And usually that kind of grosses me out because if you have regular boba and it just sits in your drink too long, it gets really soft. But it wasn't like that. Like, it was very tender. I liked it a lot. It was also super busy, so I suspect that they know what they're doing. Okay. I made some more swatchy fingernails. Okay, let's try this one that I just pulled, Neptune. I'm going to try it over white, and then I'll give it a second so that the little black ones I just painted can dry. It's a lot of polishes today. Because I've now decided we need to try all of them over white and black. They're different, apparently. Okay, so there it is without... Please don't get distracted by my gorgeous pointer finger. There, here it is without the magnet. You can definitely see it's got that violety blue look. And then with the magnet... It's got a very dark blue base, I think. And so like where it's a little thicker in the center, I think it looks a little more black, and then where it's kind of thinned out a little bit, it looks a little lighter blue, which is kind of weird. That is kind of weird how it did that. I think it's just I think I usually put these on pretty thick, so it's part of it's like the polish is pooling a little bit around the outside, but it's still kind of funky. But you can see that, and that is what it looks like over white. I think this one definitely will very appropriately be appropriate over black. Super pretty. And now let's try it over black instead of white. I think that's dry enough. Did I tell y'all I got an air filter for up here? Where in my office? I'm so happy I did. It's so much less noxious in here with all the nail polish smell when I have an air filter. Because normally I really notice the scent specifically when I'm swatching. I don't notice it when I'm just regular painting my nails because you don't use that much. When you're swatching, you put down a lot of nail polish. Ooh, okay, there it is over black, so you can see the difference. I definitely like it over black. That is super pretty. And just for comparison, here is Earth. So it's definitely quite a bit darker in color than the Earth. Yeah, it's a big difference, isn't it? Well, let's go ahead. We'll go backwards really quickly because I think I have enough here. Let's do all of them really quickly over white because I'm curious. But let's do the last one and then we'll come back to that. So that is the last of the planets collection. So that was 8 polishes. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, so that was the planets collection. That's what came with the box. Additionally, we have this last polish called Pluto that came separately than the rest of the box. It is green, and I want to try it because green's the best color. I'm gonna need the rubber band. Starrily, weirdly, there's like a couple of brands. I don't know what's up. They put their lids on really tightly because I struggle to open them. It's such a weird problem. It's like weird that it's brand specific, but Starrily has always been hard for me to open. And the easiest to open is Orly because they have the nice rubbery caps. Oh, look how pretty this is. Oh my goodness gracious, that's gorgeous. Oh, so good. I would like to wear this one all over my face. And then we will add our magnet. Emerald City, absolutely. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Unreal. It's super pretty. It's like a deep, it's just like if you went deep into the forest and it's like really, really dark in the forest. And then there's just like a little crack of light through the leaves. That's what that reminds me of. It's kind of spooky. I like it. It's very spooky. It would be good polish for Halloween, honestly. Okay, so let's look at all of these that we did over black here to start. Really quickly. By the way, this one, this was Neptune? No. Yes. Neptune, but over white. Man, in person, you kind of can see it on stream. It's got a really nice, like, it almost looks like two lines because of the multi-chrome. It's really cool. It's just got this cool multi-chrome effect. Okay, ignore that. I just poked it. I'm gonna have to take them off the stands. Okay, so Pluto's at the end. Try to go in reverse order. I think this is right. But Uranus was light blue. Saturn. Purple? Just want to show them all off really quick. So hard! Just gotta place them. Here we go. I had to take these off because I ran out of little stand. I am 10. There we are, in order. Planet order. Okay, that was kind of hard. So this is all 9. So there's 8 base plus the bonus DLC. So we've got to start Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. So quite an array. Really pretty. So that is all of these. All of these are over black. So definitely some of them have different colored bases, kind of different stuff going on, but they all have a pretty strong, they all kept a fairly tight stripe too, which is really cool. They're really pigmented. I think that's one thing. There are definitely magnetics out there that are disappointing in their magneticness because you just can't always see the line, or it's really subtle. Not disappointing. It's part of the look that they're going for, but that's not what these are. These have a very strong magnetic pigment and creates a very strong line. And they're really pretty lined up together. You kind of get a little bit of everything, you know what I mean, that you might want, which is really cool. It's got a nice rainbow, honestly. They really managed to get just about every color. And I see why they released Pluto, because I think if I didn't have Pluto, I would be pretty sad that there wasn't green. Okay. So then really quickly, I guess we'll go in order again. If I look at these, let's look at these over. I'm going to put them, all of these next to their white counterpart. So let me just paint a couple of these really quick. Why is this like the hardest thing I have to do is just line up a bunch of tiny pieces of plastic? Guys, this job is really hard. I have to line up tiny pieces of plastic, and it's really hard to do. Okay. I'm gonna speed run, swatch all these really quick. Okay, give me 1 second. I think this is an interesting question because I do think that they look a little different without the black base. And this is how they will look on your nail if you don't do a black base, which I think is important to know. So I'm just doing this super fast to the side. Show you what I'm doing just for fun. It's really interesting to me how much Venus looks like red to me on camera and not in person. It's really weird. So probably when I do all these today for my own nails, I'm going to do them over a black base. That one just straight up needs 2 coats anyway, I think. So like I said, not only does the color look a little different, but it also just means that you have to put less coats. It's also can be good to, if you don't want to do a black base and you just really want to keep it true to the color, you can leave the base, like the first layer, unmagnetized, and that can kind of serve as your base layer too. I think this just kind of gives us a better idea of what these polishes are sort of made of. This is speed running, swatching here. This red is so pretty. It's just such a dark red for a magnetic. Thanks for the work. Thanks for the work, Leworma. I appreciate it. Lurk away. For those of you that have been missing Aaron on our streams, he will be back tomorrow. I don't even really know what we're doing tomorrow. But whatever we're doing, Aaron will be there. That's the one piece of certainty. I don't know. Does anyone have any ideas of what we could do tomorrow? I'll probably do an afternoon stream, I guess. Oh, I have to actually, because I have a rehearsal tomorrow for a thing I'm doing. Also, but oh, I'm not playing Dungeons. Yeah, okay, that's right. Ooh, this one is really pretty. Purple. Let me take these off. Okay. So speed run. I just really quickly did all of these over white. Sorry if this is. I'm gonna just zoom out a little. It's much easier. Now this is going to be all of the polishes over white. So you can get a better idea of what's in them. Oh my gosh. I've seen people buy swatch wheels and stuff that are pre-made in black. I've kind of thought about that. I forgot green. I forgot green. We're gonna get to nail art in just a minute. Okay, there we go. So just slightly more. Okay. So there are the bottom ones, the ones that are not on a stand, are all of these polishes over black. And the ones on the top are all of these polishes over white. And this is the hardest thing I've ever done, is just getting all of these lined up. Hopefully you get the idea. The ones I think that are the most different are the lighter colors. So I think that the lighter blue, which is Uranus, I think looks quite a bit different when not over the black, because you really see that light blue base. I also think this one, Venus, also has a very orangey base. And I bet if I did another coat, which I'm not going to because we'll be here all day, it would also, it would probably get a little bit darker. I love how the red has a really, really red base, but I actually think the red base shows up okay over the black. So I don't really think you need that. So I would say of the ones that are the most pretty, oh, also the green. Ooh, I like the green. So I would say the ones that probably will look the best with the white base are going to be the blue because it's icy, the green because it's green, and the orange. Okay, is that a thorough swatch? I think so. But I agree. Yeah, no, I totally agree. They're so pretty over both of the different colors of bases, and I kind of like it when you can have a polish that looks good kind of different ways. I think that's kind of interesting. So now, the moment everybody's been waiting for, we're actually gonna paint my nails. Woohoo! Woo! Yay! Okay, let me move all of these out of the way. Goodbye. Yeah. Okay. We hit exactly hour 2. I'm gonna pee very quickly, and then we'll be right back. I'll be right back. Don't move. Stay where you are. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, what are we doing? Doing nails. That's what we're doing. That's what we're here for. Do I sound okay? My mic still working? Good. Okay. So for the nail art, I thought we would do... Obviously, we're going to use the polishes I just looked at. But I was thinking we could do that plus... I don't know. I think we'll go ahead and do a base coat on everything of different colors. Let's do a Skittle. And then maybe I'm going to add some space stuff on top. Kind of depends on how long we go because it's already 10:30, which is pretty late. And I do have to get up tomorrow to go to the gym in the morning. So let's go ahead and do a Skittle on everything. See how long it takes. And then we will do. Wait, what does WB mean? In my head, it's what bout, but that doesn't make any sense. We buy Katie. Wub Katie. With blue Katie. Someone has to tell me. I don't know what it stands for. Okay, let me do a quick base coat. Also, let me refocus my camera. Actually, let's go back to autofocus. Good. There we go. Okay, I'm using my usual favorite, Anchor and Heart Mermaid Tears base coat. Oh, welcome back. That makes sense. I like what bout? Like, what are you about? What bout? Sorry, I'm actually like 50 years old on the inside. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna zoom. My nails are all different lengths right now. I know. That's just where we're at. Doing a lot of crafting lately. And my nails have just been all over. Because like my middle nail has been really short and all the other ones were long. And so I'd kind of been waiting for the middle one to catch up and it kind of caught up. Because I'd slowly been chopping the other ones. And then my ring finger broke a little. And so now that's the shortest one. So close enough. It'll look fine. So I definitely want to do a Skittle. But I think I only am going to do one of the blues. And I think, or at least not, I think I'm going to not do the ones, well, let's see. I could do a reddish one of the orangey ones, the green, one of the blues, and the magenta, or the brown. So why don't we do that? Maybe I'll skip the red ones. I'll do the brown. Okay, I'll do brown, red, green, blue, purple. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. I want a little bit of everything. So I'm going to try this. I showed this at the beginning of stream. So this is a new invention that I just got. That it was made by... Alchemy Lacquer made this, and it is a really cool magnet stand. You can stick your finger in it this way, or you can stick your finger in it this way. And it's made of metal, and it has a little magnet on the top with the goal of me being able to magnetize my fingernail without having to accidentally touch the magnet. So that is pretty cool. So I'm gonna leave this right here. And then I'm gonna pick my first color, which is just arbitrarily going to be green for no reason. Oh, actually, why don't I do a black? Let's go ahead and do black base on everything before we do the magnet. I'm going to be using KB Shimmer's, what is this called? Total Eclipse, because that's the one that was closest to me. One of the secretly hardest things to do in nail painting is paint your nails all black because there is no room for mistakes. That's not true. Kind of joke. I mess up constantly. My nails, but that's okay. I actually think that's kind of the nice thing about nail art is you always can just redo it, or you can put a little acetone and clean it up, or you can try something else if you don't like it. I've really been thinking lately about how much my skill as a nail artist has changed over time. I mean, I probably do, every year I probably do like 50 different art pieces. And that's a lot of practice every year, to be honest. At like a skill for many years now. And I've been really into it for 3 years now. We're getting there, maybe. Like 3 years, which to me feels like a very long time. I realize there's some people that have been doing it for like 15, but 3 years of like a ton of practice. Pretty cool. And it really just goes to show that if you practice a skill for long enough, you can get pretty good at it. To clean up those little edges. Is that a nice black? That was one coat. I'm gonna do my thumb really quickly. I'll show you my thumb when I'm doing interesting things, but I'm just tossing some black on it. Not that exciting. Also, especially when you use black nail polish, make sure you're using a base coat because it will really help you to not stain your nails, because black nail polish can definitely be very staining. Okie dokie. First coat of black. Let me clean up one spot really quick. I got this brush at the Polish and Beauty Expo. It came in the VIP pack and it's two-sided. And so one's like the little side and then one's like a thicker side. I really like it. I don't think I've ever had this tiny of a cleanup brush. I like that I can really just get in the cracks. Oops. Wasn't on camera. This is the part of the stream where I have to focus a lot harder, but I also still need to talk. It's very tricky. Okay, so we've got our base coat of black. Very nice. I should just wear black nail polish all the time. And then... green? Oh. I have all these magnets on my table, and I set them next to one of the magnets, and so now all the bottles look funny. Let me shake it up. So, what's the best way to do this? Should I paint the nail and then put it under, or should I paint it like here and then pull it back? How do I do that? I'm going to paint it like this and then I'll pull it back a little so I don't have to like I think that'll kind of reduce the possibility of bumping. As much as possible. It is very fast. That's easier. I just scooted the camera towards me a little, make it easier for me to see. Okay, open. Whenever I'm painting my nails with magnetic polish, I like to intentionally keep the bottle itself a little far away from the magnet I'm using, because it will redisperse the magnetic pigment. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but it does to me, so. See how this does. It's kind of tricky because I can't really see it under there, you know? I think this is officially a paint drying stream, by the way. We're gonna sit here and watch this dry. I could have not magnetized the first coat, but since I did a black base coat, I might just leave it with one coat of magnetic. We'll see if I like it. So I'm just giving it plenty of time to make sure that it, the polish kind of solidifies where I want it to solidify. Okay, so that did not work in the slightest. Let me check something. I think I might need to rotate the magnet. Yeah, hold on. I think the magnet was turned 90 degrees. This makes more sense anyway. It's kind of cool though that you can do that. So I accidentally, without realizing it, magnetized away from the center of my fingernail. So I just turned the magnet like this. So I think that'll work a little better. But that's okay, because it'll fix on the second coat just fine. That is why we test things out, like we are right now. Now we wait. I've got a weirdly like straight across my nail line, which in retrospect, don't love that. So we'll not do that on the other one. I always like to kind of do it at more of an angle, I think. One thing I like about this is it feels low enough, honestly, that it's magnetizing my nail, but it doesn't feel so low that I'm just going to bump into it immediately. This is so much easier than holding it. Oh my goodness gracious. I really like this so far. And let's see. Look at that. Looks good. Very nice. Okay, honestly, leave it there for a minute. The longer you can leave your magnet on your nail, the better. And we will come back later with a top coat, a magnetic top coat. I don't really quite understand how, like, what's in it, but it kind of just re-wets your polish a little bit. So you put that magnetic top coat, stick it back under the magnet, and it helps keep the line crisp. I think it just kind of re-wets the polish you already had on with the top coat, but then it kind of makes sure it's sealed in. So I like it. So we did green. Next, why don't we do a warmer color? What did I say I was going to do? So I'm going to do this one. Okay, I had to think about that for a second. Okay, now in the middle now, we've got our green finger. Probably gonna go like this. Now I'm gonna do Venus. I'm kind of just trying to get a bunch of different colors. I'm not really thinking about it about what I'm doing where. I'm trying to do this at more of an angle this time. Is anyone feeling very chilled out right now? Because I am very chilled out right now. I think this was a really good idea. I wonder how they make them. I guess you could probably just take a flat piece of metal and then sort of bend it. Cool. She's different colors too. I got red, but they have black and blue, I think. Chilled, almost ready for bed? Me too. Very chill. Sidward, you're probably a little less ready for bed, I imagine. You've got 2 hours on me. But comfy afternoon nonetheless. Oh yeah, look at that. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. Cool. Only a little Christmas. I didn't mean for that, but whatever. I think I'll just leave it at one coat. It's fine. That's kind of one thing about these is because the base of it is pretty opaque. Like, unless you don't like the magnet, you don't really need to do 2 coats. Ruby slippers. That's so interesting because to me, it straight up looks like the color of like an orange. I mean, it's so orange, but it just shows up really red on camera. Okay, next up, I think I'm gonna do Mercury. We'll have the extra sparkly one on the ring finger. I'm kind of just doing these randomly. Check my phone for 1 second. Okay, I have a random question. Aaron is leading in bits and I can't have it. Thank you for the 1 bit. I appreciate it. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even hear that notification go off. Did that one go off? Or when I just wasn't paying attention? No. What the heck? What's happening? It's gonna go off. I swear. I'm gonna fire these Streamlabs people. They're fired. I am firing them. Fixed it. Apparently it automatically sets it so that anything under 100 bits doesn't get a sound. There we go. Didn't text to speech. There it goes. Ah! Oh no, I accidentally poked it. Oh, that's so sad. It looks really pretty though. I accidentally poked it. The whole point. I'm gonna just. Okay, I cheated. It has a big fingerprint in it. I'll just do another coat in a minute when it dries. Oops. It's pretty though. I did it a little too high also. This one's definitely more subtle, I think, than the other colors. Lights. See what I mean? Like the other ones are pretty pronounced. This one's a little bit of a subtler color, and it'll look better when I fix it. You tried your bubble machine and it works? You were required to bring that to my house at some point for me to try. Also, the bra was very funny. I did not, that made me laugh. I just don't know if I pointed that's why that made me laugh, but it was very funny. Hey, I guess the one good thing about the cheering not working is you get to hear your notification like 6 times while I try to figure out what's wrong every time. Right, that counts. It's gotta count for something. Okay, let's do the pinky. Or I just mess everything up more. Okay, so now we're gonna do Saturn. Can you see the big hair in my way? 'Cause I can. Big hair. You're gonna peace out. We'll have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for hanging out all this time. Wormy, you are the best. I agree. The collection is beautiful. Have a good night and sleep good. I'm hungry. Might cook something when we're done. What did I cook? I have some chicken in the refrigerator. And I have some pasta. Okay, so today we went to World Market. I don't know if any of you have ever been to World Market before, but it's this weird store that I fell in love with when I was like 15 because that's just my personality. But it's like the whole idea is it's stuff from all over the world, like international items. So they have a lot of furniture. They have, beauty products. They have house decor all kinds of stuff. But the fun part is in the back. They have a bunch of food. So they have a bunch of like candies and different foods and stuff that are imported from different countries. And we went today because I wanted to look at their Halloween decorations, of course. I got a very funny stake for your yard, and it's a hand, and it's a skeleton hand, but it's doing a peace sign, and I got it for my parents because I thought they would think it's funny. But anyway, I went and I was like, I should check because I have a loyalty or whatever if I have a coupon. And weirdly, the coupon that they had available was 1 free bag of bucatini pasta. So I now just have this giant bag of bucatini, which I don't know exactly what it is, but it is a long, skinny, you know, spaghetti sized type of pasta. And I mean, I'm not mad about it, but it was just such a weird thing to get for free. And it was like only bucatini. They had all of these other shapes of pasta, but only the bucatini was the one that counted. Very interesting. Okay, and there's our purple. My pinky doesn't always work quite right for some reason with magnetics, and I don't know why, but it kind of got it. We might do another coat on that too. I also adore pasta, so you're on the same page there. Okay, so for my thumb, ignore the fact that I bumped it earlier. I'm gonna do this blue. I adore pasta. But I had pasta yesterday. That's the only problem with pasta. Had that for dinner last night. So that would be 2 pasta days in a row. Might be kind of a lot of pasta. Trying to line this up. My nail's so long, I kind of need it to be towards the tip of my actual finger. I'm doing this a different strat. I'm doing it on the putting my finger on top of the stand instead of the bottom because it's too hard for me to show you otherwise. This got that all up in the cuticle. It's kind of not working. I bumped it. Dang, nabbit. Okay, so maybe this isn't the greatest invention of all time, because I definitely bumped it. We'll do another coat, but it does look cool. And I also flooded my cuticles. That was a little bit of a mess. Let me just come back to that. I'll just come back to that one. Okay, I think the first 2 look great. I think we will leave those. Let's do the ring finger again, and this time I'm not gonna hit it on something. Definitely tried. I think problem is we're hitting the later part of the stream, and so I'm getting sleepy. My precision is reducing. That's okay. The magnet stand just seems weird. It's so much better than me having to hold my hand right here like this. Just like doing this because once you get it, you just kind of sit here and don't have to do anything. I think the system that seems to work pretty well is to put your finger on top of the magnet, but it never makes as crisp of a line, which is why I don't like it as much. I don't know. Maybe I'm like, okay, while I wait for this, let me clean up my thumb. Good in theory, but bad in design. It almost needs to just be very slightly taller, but I just think it's so dependent on your hand size that it kind of, I wish it was a little adjustable or something. It's pretty thin metal too, and so earlier I bumped it and I think it bent down a little, which is why it poked this finger. I don't know. I think I just need some practice using it. I like that I can just do anything else other than holding a magnet though. So the concept is good. I was actually thinking, what if I put the ring magnet that I have like over the top? Could be kind of cool. Does that make sense? Like, I have a magnet that looks like a ring. Can I like get it to sit on top of the thing? I don't know. I don't know if that would work. Okay. Take all of this away from me. Okay, I think that looks pretty good though, actually. I think we fixed our mistake. It's kind of subtle. I do like the background definitely looks brown, but the magnetic part is definitely a little subtle. But I like it. It's not bad. I don't think it's like distracting or like that different. You know what I mean? Okay, lastly, let's do the pinky one more time. There I did it again. I pressed down on it and I bent it forward. The other thing too, and this happens whether or not you're holding the magnet, but you know, your nail's round and the magnet is flat. And so sometimes I struggle to get like the edge, you know, like the far edge of my nail magnetized. It's very tricky. All of it's very tricky. Man, this is gonna be a 3-hour stream. Good stuff. Okay. Wow, wait, that didn't magnetize at all. What happened? Look. Why did that not work? What happened? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. It's just completely solid and normal. Weird. Okay, we will come back to that later. You know what I might do? Let me just go ahead and throw this magnetic top coat on top. To re-wet it and try it one more time. That did it. I'm having to kind of hold my pinky finger up a little because it almost wasn't close enough to the magnet. That worked that time. Weird. That was really strange. But you can see what that magnetic top coat does is it helps you, it wakes it back up a little bit. I uninstalled, do you ever get, if you ever have a Windows computer, they have all their stupid antiviral software and I uninstall all of it and I get rid of everything because it's so stupid. I still get notifications about it sometimes and it's very annoying. Okay, let's see if we can fix this disaster that I bumped. Okay. Okay, this is Uranus. Okay, this might not be perfectly on camera because I'm going to try to not mess it up. So I apologize if this is a little hard to see. So I'm very excited. Cool thing happening tomorrow. I decided to join a community band. So tomorrow I have a rehearsal for the first time. So I'm going to be playing my clarinet in a community band, and it will be the first time I have played my clarinet in a group in 3 years. Which I'm really excited about. I just keep thinking about how cool it's going to be. I don't know if any of you play instruments, but it's something that you kind of miss when you don't do it for a while, but it's also kind of a hard thing to find. Okay, look, we did it. Yay. Very pretty. It's almost kind of like my thumb is too big for the width of that magnet. Interesting, like up towards my cuticle, it didn't really get magnetized, but I think that worked. It looks really cool. Okay, friends, you know what? I think we pulled it off somehow. Band is hype. I agree. There's our thumb. And here are the rest of our fingers. The middle finger is always the easiest. This one's surprisingly unexciting. Not as exciting as I expected. Like, I don't know. Compared to the swatch, I thought that it was going to just have a lot stronger line. And it really didn't. It was really subtle on the nail. I don't know what's up with that. But overall, I think these turned out fun. I'm actually pretty happy. I think I'm gonna leave it for today because it is 11 and I need to go to bed. Kind of ran a little late today. So I think that is probably where we're gonna leave it today. However, let's see, maybe there's a raid. Probably not, it's so late. I would possibly be online right now. Crazy people. Nobody. Okay. Good try, though. You took piano lessons a long time ago and like to pick it up again. It is so fun once you start doing it again and you get into it and you're like, I used to love doing this. But it definitely takes a little bit of effort, but I recommend it. If it's something that you think would be interesting, like find like a group of people or somewhere you could go to do it. I think is really cool. Okay, I think that is going to be it for us tonight. I hope all of you enjoyed this. I really liked this collection. I think this was really a really cool one to check out, honestly. I liked it a lot. The box was gorgeous. The polishes are gorgeous. I need to get better at using magnetics, but you get the basic idea. It's pretty cool. I think these will be fun to wear around this week. I like all of these colors together, and maybe I'll try to clean up my thumb a little more. I'll stick a top coat on these, but I need to let them dry quite a bit before I put a top coat on, and it's kind of boring to just wait for it to dry and then top coat it. So But I hope all of you have a really, really great Saturday night and a really good day tomorrow. I think I'm going to stream tomorrow in the afternoon. It's going to be short. See, the thing is, I don't have a plan. And I know for a fact that I only have, like, I'll only be home from 2 to 5. Check my Instagram and Discord. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna decide either we'll do one tomorrow during the day or we'll do one Monday night. And maybe if we do it Monday night, we'll look at the what happened with the auction and everything, and that'll be great. Okay. I will see you all very, very soon, and you all are the best, and I love all of you very much. And I'll see you later. Okay. Bye.